What is up, everyone? Today we are doing a backpack review, a camera backpack review, and more specifically, we're going to be checking out the Atlas Packs Athlete Camera Backpack. I've had this backpack for probably around 6 months already, and I've tried to put it through just as much stress and just put it through the ringer. I wasn't too light on it, just to see how well it would hold up to give you the best possible review that I could. I've had a lot of people ask me just what kind of camera bag I have and what kind of camera bag I would recommend. And so I just wanted to go through this one, as this is the one that I'm currently using right now for any kind of adventuring or travel. This is the bag that I've got all of my gear in. And so I think the first question is, who is this for and who is it not for? So I think, kind of going with the negative first, I don't think this bag is for someone that just shoots on kind of a one camera, one lens setup. This is more for somebody who's got a lot of gear but wants to take it with them all at the same time. So, not jumping too far ahead, but I've been able to fit, 2 camera bodies, a 1DX Mark II, my 5D Mark III, and a couple lenses along with a drone, my gimbal. Like I can pack in a ton of stuff in here. So, I guess that kind of gets to the first thing that I wanted to cover, and that's the size and the space that this offers. And so this isn't the biggest bag that I've ever seen, and I mean, sideways profile, it's pretty small. You can pack this in pretty tight. It's great because it can be carried on a plane. I've had no issues whatsoever taking this on any flights, and so that's been great. So I'm able to bring this wherever I travel and still able to pack in a ton of gear. So like I said, let me open up the back here. There's a ton of space. Obviously I've got it empty so I can show you, but I fit my 1DX Mark II here. There's this great little origami compartment here that can be folded back up for more space, and I can even fit another camera body here. It's usually where I put the 5D Mark III, and then a space for a couple lenses. And so if I'm just shooting with my main camera, up here I can even fit the Mavic, and so it's great. Like, this fits a ton of stuff. So on the sides there are pockets that are great for either my water bottles, or I can put my my tripod, my Gorilla Pod in here, even the selfie stick for my 360 camera. And there's also a nice little sleeve here that you can fit your sticks in too. And then one of the best features, I think, there's a flap here, which, I mean, this thing fits in a ton of stuff. It's got my mic, my ND filters, any kind of accessories that I'm usually carrying around all go into this pouch right here. So again, it fits a ton, but that's not the best part. So the best part, the part that I really like, is that this thing goes from a 20 liter to a 40 liter carrying camera backpack. And I love it. I can fit in this pouch right here. This is where I have fit my gimbals, my Phantom 4 drone. You can put sleeping bags, blankets, sweatshirts, jackets, whatever you want. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that fits right in this pouch right here. So I absolutely love it. It's massive, and it just like really expands this bag and allows me to carry so much more. That's one of the biggest reasons why I love this bag, just because there's so much that can fit in here. And I also forgot, this thing is also great for holding your dog. We've carried our puppy Bear in this spot right here. He fits in nicely, and yeah, it's perfect for taking your dog on a hike too. The other important things when it comes to a bag is its durability. And so like I mentioned before, I feel like I've really put this thing to the test. I've taken it on a ton of hikes here in kind of the humid weather on Maui and just throughout the United States as well, just on the mainland. And it holds up great. The bag is like water resistant, and even if you do need, at the very bottom there's a nice little pouch here just to get your rain cover, so that if it does really start pouring, that you're still covered. But for the most part, I mean, I've never really had to use it. This thing has held up really nicely in just some light drizzle. It's always kept my gear dry. It's been great. So in terms of durability, I mean, I've had bags that usually just start falling apart after 6 months. The zippers start going. Yeah, this has really stayed nice and in like new condition, other than the dirt that I have put all over this from the hikes that I've been on. So it's just, yeah, it's really kind of stayed in great shape, and I haven't noticed any kind of deterioration or anything like that. There's been no rips, there's been no tears, nothing's fallen apart. Everything's like really nicely held together. And that brings me to my third factor for kind of, finding out whether this bag is good for you or not is the, I don't know if this is a word, but comfortability. We're running with it. It's a word now. So that was, again, one of the things that I really liked about this bag is the shoulder straps are nice and padded, and it's got some waist straps as well. The waist straps were great just because they took the load off of my shoulders, off of my back. And again, they're not too thick and too rigid, but they're nice, nicely padded, and again, not too thin. They're not just like little straps of nylon or anything like that. They really do provide support. So in terms of comfortability, like the back as well, it's got some meshing just so that, again, your back, for me anyways, when I hike, my back gets super sweaty. So this has some nice breathability so that, that can transfer some of the heat off, and, make it so that my back is not completely drenched. But yeah, it's nice. Everything is padded, everything is providing support, and I've been really, really happy with, just with how comfortable this bag is. And after long hikes, I'm still good to go. I'm not completely sore. My back isn't thrown out, which has happened from other bags in the past. So I've been really happy with that. Getting to the negatives, I am really hard pressed to find things that I don't like about this bag. I mean, if you don't like the yellow, it does come in black. So, I mean, that's an option as well. There's been a lot of reviews. I read a lot of the reviews just saying like the Atlas logo is too big or something like that. And I mean, I don't care. I think this brand is still new enough that there's this cool kind of factor where, and it's happened just a few times where somebody has seen the bag that I have and they're like, oh, I have that bag too. And you can kind of form this cool camaraderie just because, again, the company is still small enough and maybe secret enough that, yeah, it's been cool to have that kind of camaraderie of like, oh, you got an Auspex bag, I've got one too. And you just kind of chat and make a new friend or whatever. Maybe that's super cheesy. I can't think of too many cons here. This was voted by National Geographic as like one of the best bags for travelers, and I think honestly it's one of the best bags that I've ever used. So there it is. I don't have any negatives. I'm really sorry. And the other cool thing is, I know that if you do have an issue or there's something that you want customized, this is a great brand. They're actually very flexible and will most likely do like a little switch or alter the bag for you. I mean, I've seen a couple little things that they've taken off or added on. it's great. It's cool. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other reviews that you'd like me to do. I'll be kind of coming out with a few on lenses. I'm pretty excited to review some lenses and do some comparisons, but yeah, let me know in the comments below if there's anything else you'd like me to cover. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sorry I couldn't find any negatives. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help. And I will see you on the next video.